blockbuster of a story. China is finally going through with it. They're beginning to sell off more than $1 trillion it owns of the U.S. debt, our debt. So why are they doing this? And what does it really mean? We're going to drill down on all of this, but we're going to begin with a RT Boom Bust host, Ben Swan, and this explainer.
The U.S. Federal Reserve's endless printing of U.S. dollars is resulting in a new consequence from one of the largest holders of American debt. We're talking, of course, about China. According to new reports, China, which is the second largest foreign creditor, has decided to not wait for the devaluation of the U.S. dollar and is actively selling American debt. Keep in mind, during the first quarter of 2020, the Fed printed more than $2 trillion, with more on the way. Last year, China got rid of $110 billion in U.S. treasuries, and within just the past few weeks, they have dropped another $10 billion. Aside from the massive printing of U.S. dollars, another major issue for the Chinese has been talk of the Fed moving to negative interest rates. Now, as of Wednesday afternoon, the Fed announced it will not pursue that policy of negative interest rates at this time. But the discussion of negative interest rates has been going on for several months now. According to Standard Chartered economists, the federal fund rate at minus 0.5 or even minus 1% will result in a significant drop in government bond yields, which would facilitate Washington's debt servicing. The concern from the Chinese is that those negative interest rates will not benefit the value of the dollar, and that U.S. currency, as a result, will inevitably become cheaper. Now keep in mind, American debt is a widely held and extremely desirable asset in the global economy. Whatever debt China does sell is simply purchased by other countries. For instance, back in August of 2015, China reduced its holdings of U.S. treasuries by about $180 billion. Despite the scale, this sell-off did not significantly affect the U.S. economy. But the difference between 2015 and 2020, well, there are three major differences. Number one, we're talking about the incredible amount of liquidity the Fed has poured into the market just this year alone. Number two, an attempt by the Fed to go to negative interest rates. And then number three, the issue of a global pandemic that has devastated economies around the world. For the news with Rick Sanchez, I'm Ben Swan.
Call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Habrakar Kadas. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and taught me the truth. And peace and salutations to you, Akim, across the four corners of the globe, preaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. All right, Shalom. You see what's going on right now is that this economy is collapsing. And it's beautiful. You heard me? We watching the downfall of Babylon, Rome, all over again. Habakkuk 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And this watchtower that we standing on is to see everything that's coming and to warn the people, the Israelites, what's coming. All right, and we standing on this watchtower. We looking out. We looking at the newspapers, articles, and we filtering them through the scriptures. All right, and if you're a man of the Lord, when it asks you what he shall say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved, your ass better get on these highways and byways, or you ain't gonna have no ticket out of this bitch. You're going to be in this fucking lake of fire. All right? So any man of the Lord is going to answer the call and get to work. Habakkuk 2 and 2. And the Lord, Yahweh, answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he that run, that readeth it, that he may run that readeth it. And the vision is these scriptures. All right? The table is the Bible. All right, and the vision is these prophecies, and the table is the Bible, the scriptures. All right, and then when you get the understanding, you're supposed to be getting the work. All right, doing the work, preaching the gospel of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. Verse 3: For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. Yeah, the vision, the downfall of this kingdom, this wicked kingdom, it's for a appointed time, and the vision at the end of it shall speak. And guess what? All of the prophecies are speaking. That letting us know what season and what time we in. All right. The RFID chip is already cooked up. The UN troops are already set in place. All right. The money system has already collapsed. The dollar is pegging. It's almost to that last drop. It's about to collapse. And when that collapses, no more faith in the dollar, you Americans lose your power. You ain't got no money system no more to control the people. All right, so this all of this shit that's happening, China backing, selling their treasuries, selling U.S. debt, Russia, Iran, all of these countries are fulfilling prophecy. And the Medes ain't saying nothing. Medes is Russia. They being stirred up and they playing the background like a big brother. They playing the background. All right. So verse 3, for the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry. It may seem like it was taking some time. Wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And these prophecies, it was a heavy spirit on Apostle Elder Tahar to name this year the year of prophecy, because that's exactly what's going on. Prophecy after prophecy. At the beginning of the year, what? They thought they were going to be in World War III from the beginning when they killed that general from Iran. All right. Then you get the coronavirus, pestilence. All right. They talking about a famine of food because they got meat shortages. They got people that's not working at these packing warehouses to get us the food and shit. All right. Then you got George Floyd that happened that got you motherfuckers out here protesting for nothing. All right. You see all these prophecies, civil unrest, sedition amongst men. Pestilence, famine, all of that shit is happening and right now. Then you got locusts eating up all of the fucking agriculture over there in the Middle East region. So a famine, I mean, the year 2021, man, if we even make it there, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit, man. All right, and what is this going to lead to? War. China dropping the debt, and America printing more money than ever before is going to lead to hyperinflation, which is going to lead to what? War. And that's where we at with it. All right, we in a fake fucking state of war right now. All right, and these other nations calling the motherfucker, calling Trump bunker boy. You know, you got China, Iran, Russia celebrating the downfall and demise of this whore. Habakkuk 2 and 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that laded himself with thick clay. See, they full of money. They full of that funny money. All right, thick clay is debt, right? They 26 trillion in debt, national debt, and then if you add the people, which is 78,000, each one of us in America, you owe 78,000. All right, They 325 million people in America. You do the fucking math, man. These people owe trillions. They saying like 56 trillion. Of course, it's more like 400 trillion. 200 trillion. All right, they do what the fuck they want, and they lie about all the numbers. But guess what? All of this shit is catching up now. Verse 7: shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto thee? Yeah. So these nations gonna rise up against you bitches in Babylon, and y'all gonna be booties. They gonna be busting in the house, spurling you. All right, these Russians gonna come over here and fuck over you and fuck your kids up, all of that good shit. All right, this is what you done to other nations. All right, so I mean, God is not marked for whatever man sowed, that shall you reap. Eh? So this place gonna be booties, man. Habakkuk 2 and 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. All right, that's why all these other nations hate these Edomites over here. Because of man's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell wherein. Right? Because these bitches just sit and plot. about fucking how to bring down and tear down the Israelites, man. And you go around and you steal and you steal and you kill and you kill and you destroy. And you wonder why your ass is going to be, you wonder why all these people are coming against you. And ain't going to have no mercy on you. Micah 2:1. Woe to them, death and destruction to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. See, that's why these motherfuckers are in the power seat. That's why they do this wicked shit, and they were created to be wicked. Verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Then that's what they do. They go around and oppress men in their own land. Therefore, thus said the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your nick, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. See, they not gonna get away. You can feel you can think you gonna get away. Do whatever fuck you wanna do. You ain't gonna get away from this. Zechariah 11:4. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, my power. Feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. So you Esau, Edom, y'all not gonna get away with none of this shit. All right, you going in slavery under the Israelites. All you other nations, because see, these other nations, they imagine a vain thing. You know, they imagining a vain thing. You know, these other nations, okay, Psalms 2:1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Right. See, these other nations, China think they gonna be the next top dog. Russia think they gonna be the next top dog. And guess what? The Israelites are gonna be the next top dog. So they only imagining some vain thing. It ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be under the Israelites, all right, serving hardcore slavery, all right, for 1,000 years, and then Esau gonna get burnt up, and all you other nations, y'all gonna go to y'all territory, and y'all gonna serve the Israelites, and you gonna get your life back, and you gonna be happy about it, and you gonna serve Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Side, and if you don't, we gonna bring you hither. And guess what? We're going to set you in front of the Most High, the Lord Yahweh side, and we're going to slay your ass. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, so this kingdom is falling, man. This kingdom is fucking falling. Let's see where that's at. Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. Let's see. All right. Revelation 18:1. And after, let me write this down. Let me highlight this right there. Boom, bam. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen. That's America. Is fallen and is become the inhabitants of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Yeah, they're gonna have nothing but unclean like birds and shit all around inhabiting this place. You know, the birds and shit that survive, and animals and shit that, you know. So this place ain't gonna be shit. All right, you gonna have animals inhabiting this place after it's destroyed. Okay, verse 3. For all nations have drunken of her wine of the wrath of her fornication. What's that? That's democracy, republic, their religion system, their political system. All right. All right. All of their ideas that they feed the rest of the world, which are contrary to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Women over men. All right. You can be independent. All right. None of this goes with the scriptures. Gay marriages. All right. The Lord gets all of that shit. And the king of the earth had committed fornication with her. How? Because y'all were confederate against y'all confederate against the Israelites. And y'all worked together to hold the Israelites down. All right. And you got rich off of who? Off the Israelites over here, because we're the number one consumers. All right. So, and the merchant of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies, right? Because the Israelites are over here consuming every fucking thing, buying everything. All right? And I heard another voice voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye do not receive of her plague. Why? Because this bitch is about to go down. Verse 6, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. In the cup which she had filled, fill it to her double. So you gonna get double, bitch.